Hi, evening. I'd like to share my top 15 movies of the year so far. Of course, there's a few releases that have not been released yet that I haven't seen. But as of right now, my Bruce's top 15 movies 2018. Let's just get started. Number 15, Bad Times at the El Royale. I enjoyed it. Um, 14, Mandy. Nicolas Cage. uh, Back to Form, not quite like Vampire's Kiss, or I looked up some old clips of him from some movie. He was all whacked out. Don't even remember the name of it. We'll revisit that later. So 14, Mandy. 13, Solo, a Star Wars story. I guess it's considered a bomb. I enjoyed it. It didn't have quite the emotional resonance that Last Jedi did. That scene where Princess Leia is floating through space, I think that really tugged at a lot of people's heartstrings, and it kind of made a lot of fanboys nervous, and that's why they started dragging it through the mud. So, yeah, 13, Solo, Star Wars story. I enjoyed it. I think they probably could have left a little bit more breathing room between the Star Wars releases. I think it was like 5 months later that was released after Last Jedi. 12, Sicario, Day of the Soldado. I like the ending. Wow, that Benicio del Toro character, he's a real trooper. Wasn't quite up to the ascension heights of the original Sicario. May have been one of my favorite movies from that year whenever that came out. I love that movie, but it was good. I enjoyed it. I enjoy the characters, Josh Brolin and Del Toro. Number 11, Hereditary, creepy, scary, wow, twists and turns, suspenseful, keeps you guessing. My favorite horror movie of the year. I haven't seen them all. But number 10, Deadpool 2. Another case of not quite as good as the original, but just a smidge less. I went and saw Once Upon a Deadpool this weekend. And, I think I enjoyed seeing Deadpool 2, the original, better. It's like when the first Deadpool came out. It was like the funniest movie I'd seen in so long. But then upon a next viewing, I got kind of wore out with Ryan Reynolds' shtick at that time. And so, I mean, I guess it gets stale on repeat viewings. But I don't watch many movies repetitively. There's a few. I was discussing Titanic the other day. That's one of the few movies I think I went to the movie theater and saw 3 times. Way back in the day, that movie played like half the year that year, like 52 weeks in a year. I think it was in theaters for like 25 weeks. I was a student at SIU in Carbondale at the time, and ticket prices were cheap, good times, and it was a good movie, and people loved it, ate it up like cheese and broccoli soup. So yeah, Deadpool 2, number 10. Number 9, A Quiet Place. Way to go. I start recording, I draw a blank. Krasinski from The Office starred in it, directed it. His wife, Emily Blunt, about to play Mary Poppins, who I haven't seen it yet. Who knows? Maybe that'll be the top of the year for me. Just doubt it. So yeah, number 9, A Quiet Place. Oh yeah, I've done with the prompting of my friend and fellow movie buff, I made out this list, and there's been quite a few revisions. So this is fluid, it can change. So please let me know where I am horribly wrong. Maybe I'll reconsider. Some people have their convictions set in stone and they will not budge. That ain't me. Well, not on this movie list. So where are we? Number 9, A Quiet Place. Good stuff. Good original. Look forward to the sequel, assuming that there will be one. Number 8 goes to Green Book. Just saw that just this past week. Obviously, I expect and suspect that it will get its fair share of attention at Oscars, which rightfully so. But on my list, it's number 8. Again, yeah. So that means number 7. Oh, my notes are all botched, but if my numerical thing is wrong here, forgive me. But number 7, A Star Is Born. Really liked it. I got goosebumps here, and Bradley Cooper and Lady Gaga singing that song, Into the Shallows, and great soundtrack. Bought the soundtrack, great movie, seen it once, and yeah, I liked it. I know it's got some criticism for this and that and the other. Again, I suspect and expect that will also get some awards attention come Oscar time. Golden Globes are already set and out there. So yeah, Stars Born at 7. The Sisters Brothers, John C. Reilly, Joaquin Phoenix, who he was in 3 notable movies. Three movies featuring Joaquin Phoenix made my list. So I wouldn't expect that he'll get a Best Actor nomination for one of these 3 things. I think one in particular he oughta. We'll get to that in a minute. So yeah, number 7, Sisters Brothers. Number 6, Mission Impossible Fallout. Not good action flick. I've really enjoyed the past 3 Mission Impossible movies. Tom Cruise doing stunts, breaking ankles, cracking skulls. Ving Rhames, hey. So yeah, Mission Impossible Fallout is my number 6. Number 5, Upgrade, a low-budget sci-fi action movie. It kind of, for some reason, it reminded me of the original Terminator. I really enjoyed Upgrade. It was an unexpected treat. And so that's going to get my number 5. And here, I'm probably, upsetting someone I know, but, 1, 2, 3, 4. I'm putting 4 movies at number 1. Like I said, my list is fluid, might change. One of them might just, it's fresh in my mind, and it might be just a little bit above the other 3. But for now, I'm going with 4 movies lodged in at number 1. That's not fair. That's not right. You can't get away with that, but I'm going to attempt to do it. So 1, 2, 3, 4. Not in any necessary order, or maybe not. 1, Joaquin Phoenix. Don't worry, he won't get far on foot. Rented that on TV and watched it. And, it's got some personal connections to me, and it's based on a true story. 70s, 80s. This gentleman who did comics, a lot of them were in adult magazines and elsewhere, and due to his alcoholism, he ended up. You know what? I don't want to ruin it for you. Watch the movie or Wikipedia it. Hopefully, I'm giving you a few Google opportunities here. So yeah, so the 4 movies at number 1. He won't get far on foot. Again, Joaquin Phoenix, this is the one that I think he ought to get an Oscar nomination for. I'm not going to hold my breath, but it's another movie I rented, so I didn't see it on the big screen, but You Were Never Really Here. And initially, I had that at number 7. Like I said, I did some revisions, but on further thought, I like the originalness of it. It's not a comedy at all, but it's written by the same guy who created that show Bored to Death. They had Jason Schwartzman on it, on HBO or Showtime or something. But this movie is very somber and depressing. I go for that, and I liked his quiet portrayal. And so yeah, the second choice for number 1, You Were Never Really Here. Joaquin Phoenix, my submission for Best Actor. The Avengers Infinity War. Ambitious. All these Marvel characters tying up, 10 years? Wow, it seems like it's been like 20 years or 30. But so many movies, so many great moments. But Avengers Infinity War. Ambitious. Did great. Pulled it off. It's also, and then the one I was talking about that I just seen, that I really am tempted maybe to put at number 1 above all the others, but no, I'm going to group these 4 together for now. Spider-Man Into the Spider-Verse. You may go to it and not like it, but I loved it, and a lot of other people do. I heard it had 100% Rotten Tomatoes. I mean, let's see if that stays. But great animation, just good. Great tying it all together, way far out there moments. They made it look like a comic book, and that's great. And he's throwing these different Spider-Verse characters into the mix. As I've said previously, Peter Porker. I mean, can one of my favorite lines of the year, I might be botching it, but can you levitate when you smell a good pie? And Noir, Spider Noir, beating up Nazis left and right, voiced by Nicolas Cage. Well, I'm going to clock this in just over 10 minutes. That's my top 15. Let's see if it changes. Haven't seen Mary Poppins yet. Got Vice coming out yet. Aquaman. Bumblebee, I heard it's real good. Destroyer. So those are some other movies I imagine to see. Welcome to Morrowind. See you at the movies.